hate the neighbor's dog, something like that. You have a nuisance alligator, a trapper's usually called out, hopefully for you, he catches, removes the alligator. Doesn't matter if the alligator's 3 feet or 13 feet, or if it takes him 5 minutes or 5 weeks. He will charge you the exact same price every time, and that price is nothing. Alligator removal is absolutely free in the state of Florida because the alligator itself is the payment. Trapper gets to keep the alligator, which he will take to a processing plant. Look at those alligators in there. Must be crazy. He takes the alligator to a processing plant where they will kill it, and he then gets paid for the valuable meat and hide. That's where you get alligator boots, belts, handbags, wallets, and all that kind of stuff. State of Florida saved a tremendous amount of money, but more importantly for them, they saved liability by not hiring and paying a trapper. They just let him keep and harvest the animal. That way, if his arm gets ripped off in the process, there's no workman's compensation, no disability. Scratch his name off the list and get a new trapper. For the lucky ones, alligators that is, I will buy off those trappers, or I trap myself. I am a licensed trapper here in the state of Florida. One of a very few, if not the only, committed non-kill trapper in the whole state. There's not many non-kill trappers in the state because, quite frankly, not many people are dumb enough to work 30 to 60 hours a week for free. When I get a gator, they will generally come here overnight. They then get relocated to a wildlife preserve down at Homestead. They can never truly go back to the wild. Any nuisance alligator that exceeds 4 feet in length, according to Florida state law, must be kept in captivity or be destroyed. Only 2 options. They tried to relocate him years ago. Gator ate your dog, they put her 50 miles out in the Everglades. 2 months later, your new puppy would vanish. Same gator found her way home. They relocate her a second time to an even more remote location. 2-3 months later, you turn around somehow, some way, she's back in the house and won't leave. I had a girlfriend like that one time. No, we finally just got rid of her. Thanks, guys. Yeah, go ahead, laugh. Make it seem like it didn't really happen. Now, what we do in this pit is alligator wrestling. There's 3 or 4 guys who volunteer their time here to do these shows. We're not employees of the park due to liability, same as a trapper. The only money we do take in, believe it or not, does come through the tip baskets you see along the fence line. On the 2 days a week that I'm here, the money goes to the alligators. It goes to the... That's what I use to pay for their food, the vet bills, buying the gators off the other trappers, enclosures for sick and injured animals, equipment to catch these guys, etc., etc. And to be honest, for the next, I don't know, 10 or 15 years probably, most, if not all of that money will probably end up in Louisiana, along with a lot of other money of my own. I recently agreed to buy over 1,000 alligators out there, every one of them probably pushing 10 to 14 feet. You're talking 400 to 1,400 pounds a piece. I have no clue how to get 1,000 giant alligators from Louisiana to Florida. And I have nowhere to put them when they get here, but they're coming. One way or another, I'm going to get them here. The guy has an old alligator farm out there, and it's the original breeding pond, which is more like a 20-acre marsh. Every gator in that pit is probably pushing 40, 50, 60 years old. They can live to be 100 in captivity, but a 50-year-old alligator as a breeder is like having Bob Hope as your stud. There's no breeding in the breeding pond these days. So they want to kill and harvest all the alligators. The good news for the alligators is the guy can't catch them. He went out there for a week and caught 4. So they told me if my buddy Robert and I, if we can go catch these alligators and get them out of there, he'll give them to me for about a quarter of their value. They're probably worth $400,000 or $500,000. So you're still talking $100K. We haven't raised $100,000 in the rescue in probably 17 years combined. But again, we're going to make it happen one way or the other. So again, anything you guys do leave in those baskets at the end of the show, always greatly appreciated by myself. Probably even more so in their own way by the alligators. And at this point, I don't care if it's $1, a quarter, a nickel, a bent dime, a rusty old flat down metal bottle cap. Everything helps out. It all adds up. It's all appreciated. I know a lot of the wrestlers get very offended by change. Trust me, I'm not one of them. Every little bit adds up and helps out. Now, the alligator wrestling we do is not like wrestling on television, and I actually have to say that. Because some people really think there's going to be headlocks and body slams, and young teenage boys in particular get very disappointed because I don't run around with a folding chair smashing alligators in the head. It's not that kind of wrestling. All alligator wrestling is the old Seminole Indian capture techniques mimicked in pit like this with a few stunts thrown in. What's wrong with you guys? What do you want, a shot at the title? I'll give you a shot. I ain't scared of you, son. I brought you in the pit. I'll take you out. Quiet down, Daisy. Get out of here, Daisy. I'll be right with you. Sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a shot. You win, no show. Going street rules, no time limit. You make the first move. Make that move, son. Make that move, son. Come on, man. They got stuff to do. Look at Daisy wants a shot too. Oh, that's pretty close. Give you one more shot at this, man. That was awful. This is what you're relegated to, really? That's it? The last time I get somebody else to do this. You're awful. Get out of here, Daisy. That's KRS-One. He usually slams his shut. I think he's figured this game out. The reason he doesn't bite my hand, by the way, is quite simple. He can't see it. His eyes are on top and to the sides of his head. He can't see through his own skull to even know that my hand is in there. Only when I touch him on the way out does he react to me. If he's reacting to me, I'm not reacting to him. I'm not that fast. Now, as I was saying, for those of you familiar with that television show, and I don't plan it, called Gator Boys, or any one of the crocodile specials I've done, you will notice a different reaction between the gators and crocs you see me catch on television. The gators you see in this pit. If I get this close to a wild alligator, it's going to do one of two things. Make some huge explosive move to attack me out of self-defense, fearing I'm some sort of a predator. Or more than likely, make some huge explosive move to escape. Jump up, dive in the water, take off at a high rate of speed. These guys don't do any of that stuff. KRS-One opens his mouth and hisses. Doesn't even move. Daisy, she did a U-turn. But they're not going to make any of this explosive move because they've all figured out one key fact. That key fact is I won't hurt them. Once that settles in, there's no motivation to make these huge explosive moves that you're famous for. These guys are ectothermic or cold-blooded. Every time you see an alligator or crocodile make one of those huge explosive moves, it is exhausting for him. He only has a handful of those moves in him before his body begins to build with lactic acid, and eventually he can barely move. So he knows the worst possible outcome that can ever happen is me sitting on his back right here, telling a bunch of dumb jokes for 10 minutes. It is not worth wasting that energy and getting exhausted for the next 4 hours just to avoid that. That doesn't mean that they're my friends and we take windy walks together at night. Doesn't mean they like me. Doesn't mean it's not dangerous either. I've probably been bitten 40 times in my life. Once while trapping. I trap 10 times more than I wrestle. I trap every day, sometimes every night. I've caught alligators all over the southern United States, caught crocodiles in Florida, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Australia. Been bit once in 25 years. Almost every other bite, since 2 or 3, has happened while wrestling. You do stupid things when you wrestle, like put your hand in your mouth. I've been bitten this head alone probably 15 or 20 times. I know guys been bitten once, I'm missing a finger or 2. So I've been very lucky I don't have any effects from the fights. I've been bit in the head 5 times. I've been very lucky that's had no effect. I've been bit in the foot, I've been bit in the knee. I've been bit in the head 5 times. I've been very lucky that's had no effect. That's funny to you? People are sick. What are you, from Transylvania or something? I've been bit in the arm, I've been bit in the shoulder. I've actually been bit in the head 5 times. But I've been very lucky that's had no effect on me. So that's funny to you? People are sick. What are you, from Transylvania or something? All right, now, it is Leo's show. It was actually Leo's show the last time, but he was in the middle of doing something with someone. It's breeding season. He was doing a dance. Debo, if you get up here and spit at me, there's going to be consequences and repercussions. Don't do it, son. It's not worth it. He likes to do this projectile vomiting stuff. Hey, you get out of the way. Let me get in here and get Leo on there. Big jerk. As long as you don't spit on me, I don't care. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to kiss you in front of all your girlfriends now. Embarrassed the heck out of you, didn't I? I'm sorry, I'm taking your girlfriend from you. You're gonna spit right in my face, aren't you? I hate you right now. If you're lucky, you'll get to see this wonderful hacking thing he does. It's really impressive. I lost my alligator. Come on, McLovin. Come on, boy. Alright. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Do you have any ideas, you big nasty boy? I'm taking too long to come help him. Sorry, your girlfriend's gotta go to work, son. Your girlfriend's name's Leo, but hey, that's how it works. Now, you'll notice Leo's thrilled to do the show. It's called unbridled enthusiasm right here. Luckily, Leo's dead. Hey, Leo. Adding modicum of life would probably help the integrity of my show right now. Seriously, maybe you could burp or fart or something, because right now they think you're a corpse. Maybe turn around for me. Come on, just turn around. Just turn around. Hello, McFly. What do you want? A shot at the title too? All right, no street rules. Freestyle on 3. That's fine. Freestyle on 3. You ready? 1, 2. Cheater, you're still lost. I'm gonna try to use the same blind spot. I used to go in his mouth, go under the mouth. Get the head back. Reach over. Hit the mute button. So annoying. Don't shake, don't shake. Don't shake. Chiropractors get enough money, bro. Not worth it, son. Step on my feet. I'm gonna see if I can cover his eyes and quickly get onto his back. Now, if you were a Seminole warrior, you went out to catch the alligator, you were catching him to feed your family, not to do a show, not until 1929, I believe. But if it's the 1800s, you're out catching the alligator, you still want to catch him alive, because the alligator meat spoils very quickly in a hot Florida sun. So the first thing you want to do is tie the jaws shut. By yourself, that's kind of challenging. You do need 2 hands tied good knots. Something has to hold the mouth closed while you're doing it, or you'll risk losing your fingers in the process. So the Seminoles came up with a technique that we now refer to as bulldogging, holding the jaws closed with your chin in your chest. That would free your hands up, give you time to take out leather or rope and tie a knot. If you want to take a picture, wait till both arms come out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. It's usually what I tell the kids to stay in school. Really, stay in school. This is no way to live. Where's that picture?
Okay, take your pictures quickly, please. Yeah, you guys are hysterical. You try tackling an alligator against your throat. Take out your rope, couple wraps, tie a knot.
And you have yourself a caught and tied alligator. Now, judging by the complete lack of applause, I'm assuming you guys are not really impressed with me or the alligator right now. Fine, I'll try it. Hey, don't even try it. Yes, nothing better for my ego than pity applause. Thanks. No, if you're looking for me after the show, I'll be in therapy. I'm trying to redeem myself in a minute or two. In the meantime, we're going to touch on a few different parts of the alligator's anatomy. The eyes of the alligator are very well protected. He's got very deep eye sockets. Anything where to threaten the eyes, they simply drop to the bottom of the eye sockets out of the way of harm. Bony, leathery eyelids come down to help protect the lower eyelids like you and I have. He also has a third eyelid called a nictitating membrane, a little transparent lens you may have seen move from front to back. It acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes. It also kind of acts like a pair of goggles for the alligator in the water. Behind the eyes, alligator's ears. For some reason, a lot of people seem to think that crocodiles and alligators are like snakes and don't have ears. They obviously do have ears, just very small, little flaps right there. Even with those small ears, they still hear about as well as you and I on land, and they also hear very well under the water. Now, between the ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, is the alligator's brain. About the size of a walnut, and I'm being generous. Only one animal in the entire world has a smaller brain to body size ratio, and that, of course, is the alligator wrestler. I still don't get that joke. I'm gonna figure it out, though. You gotta be smart in this game. Probably not today, but I'll figure it out. Bony plates you see in the back are called scutes. These solid bone osteoderms do 2 things for the alligator. One, it is armor plating. It protects it from predators, other alligators, during the mating and territorial disputes. More importantly, though, it acts as a solar panel. Alligator lays out in the sun with that dark black skin. The sun beats down, heats up that skin, and those scutes, which are covered in little blood vessels. The blood will heat up, circulate through the body, increasing the energy and metabolism. You'll notice I said the skin was black and not green. Almost every t-shirt, cartoon, painting, stuffed animal, rubber toy, high school, college mascot, signs all over this park. You've ever seen of an alligator? Almost always green. I'm not too smart, but that's not green, that's black. And I've been talking with these guys about it all day. We're getting sick of it. That green stuff stops today. You kids draw an alligator, you get a black crayon, not a green crayon, because I'm watching. I like to scare children. Who doesn't? Now, what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capture, of course, dangerous stunts, doing a couple of foolish things like putting your hands in the gator's mouth, and a couple more we'll do right now. Don't do it. I got this. First trick, it's called the Florida Smile. Going to open the alligator's mouth, showing all 80 teeth. He's got 40 teeth on top and 40 teeth on the bottom. If you look in the back of the throat, it appears he has little to no throat opening. He's got an oversized palatal valve, or a glottis, which allows him to go underwater, capture food without drowning. He'll usually then surface above the water to swallow that food. There's 7, right? 7. Hey, Jingle Nut. You do realize without me you'd be a suitcase, right? You follow the script. Seriously, you're not funny. Apparently I'm not either. Is this thing on? I've been Eddie Murphy all day. You guys show up. It's like a funeral in here. It's probably a laughing on the inside kind of crowd. That's all it is. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. People always ask if the alligators are sedated. No, but I think this crowd is. I'll do this last trick. I'll let you guys get back to sleep. All right, last trick we're going to do is what's called a face-off. Because if by chance I do mess up, this will also just show you exactly what a bachelor's degree in psychology is now worth from the University of Massachusetts. My parents wasted a lot of money on college. They don't really appreciate the fact that I make bad jokes about it in the Gator pit. My dad still tells me to give him his money back. Trust me, that will never happen. Last trick, no hero stuff. Nice and easy. Likes to make it look dangerous sometimes, a bit of a show. Okay, we get it. Overacting again. Listen, sweetheart, I appreciate the effort, I really do. But I'm almost certain at this point in time, these people have figured out that you and I cuddle in bed together at night. You tiger. Well, I mean, I don't really... No, seriously, I don't really get out much. Oh, don't judge us. Listen, if you hit me in the butt with that tail, I demand dinner and I love you out of it. Some flowers and candy would be nice too. Not too much candy, I'm getting fat. I get fat, you'll leave me again. Some crowds eat clap. Not you guys, not you guys. This is like a golf tournament for you guys. And this smells great, by the way. Get off the alligator, that's the best part of the show for me, probably for him too. See, there's no animosity, no hard feelings, not going to attack me. Low five, low five. All right, guys, with that is the end of the show. Again, anything you put in those baskets does go to help save these beautiful alligators. We always do appreciate it. Thanks for coming out, guys, and God bless. Folks, if you have any questions at all, feel free to Google it. See if the Google joke doesn't kill us. Or you can, if you have any questions, alligators, crocodiles, sharks, bears, big cats, women. No? All right. All right, guys, when you head out to your left, my left, your right. Park has a photo op.